All right, welcome back. It's been a minute for sure. Apparently really bad at updating YouTube. What are you gonna do? Anyway, I'd like to start by wishing everyone a happy new year. Hope everyone had a good 2024, and hopefully your 2025 is looking good as well. This past year was a very busy year for me. For starters, I got married. So Ashley and I got married in August. It was a great celebration. We had a lot of RC friends from all over the place come and join in with us for the celebration. As far west as California, as far north as Canada, and as far south as Florida, I think. So it was a great time. The Purple People Eater Clodbuster was the ring bearer. If you haven't seen that short video clip yet, check that out on the channel. So that was really awesome. We also put the full-size Camaro into the wedding as well. Did a bunch of cool pictures with that, so that was super cool as well. And yeah, we wrapped up the year and then headed off to our honeymoon right before Christmas, and now we're back, and I'm kind of in full tilt swing mode of RC stuff, and also trying to get the full-size cars up to par during the winter too. But it has been super cold out, so the last couple of days prior to having to go into work for my night shift, I've been wrenching on RC stuff because it's just super cold in the garage. I'm just not feeling it. So as you can see, a couple of updates to things that are on the bench. First and foremost, you can see the RC four-wheel drive ready to run Hilux that they came out with is now sitting flying high, as we'll say. When I first purchased this truck, this was the direction I wanted to go with it. I wanted to kind of turn it into like another old school Monster Mini, and I felt like this was a good truck to do that with. So it is now sporting Twisted Fabco leaves from Casey. He came out with a super lift leaf design, and as soon as I saw them, I hit him up, and I was able to get in on a couple sets of those for this truck. My other set, I ended up actually hooking up another fellow RC enthusiast out of Hawaii who was looking for a set, but Casey's super backed up right now. So yeah, I have other trucks that I want to put the Leafs into, but I'll have to wait for those to come back in stock or when they're available again. But so yeah, this thing's shaping up pretty cool. I put the Big Brute Nerf bars on it, and it's slowly but surely looking the part of where I was looking to go with it. And then the next thing that I've been diving into hard was the RcEveryday shop truck. So this body I had picked up from Richard, pardon my noob, some years back, and I kind of had it tucked away under the cabinets for a long time. I wasn't sure what I wanted to mount it on. He originally had it like on a GCM chassis, and I thought about doing another GCM chassis and keeping it more of like a stockish looking truck, like tiny tires, that type of thing. And then when the shop truck chassis came out, when Josh released that, I bought it right away because I was like, I'm gonna do something cool with this, I just don't know what. And once I got the chassis and realized that the length of it and how everything worked out, it was pretty much perfect for this body. So then I started thinking of stuff like, what better way than to kind of build up a cool sleeper looking truck. So that's the direction that we're going with this. So it still has a long ways to go. It does have a really cool LSX power plant in it from JE Designs. I just got that, and another one that I put into another truck that I'm working on. It's got the new CC Hand 1.9 wheels that are sold through RC four-wheel drive, and I went with HPI. I think they're 28 or 30 millimeter front tires on the front, and for the back I actually stretched some of the new released Associated Dual Sport rear tires to kind of give it that small tire, meaty tire look. That's what I was kind of going for. I wanted this thing to kind of have that could hurt your feelings on the street truck type of look. So we're plugging away at this, working on this, and I'm working on just a ton of projects as a whole. There's also been a ton of new releases in terms of parts for things. For example, Chatham CNC, my buddy Mike, has replicated, it's not exactly the same as the original, but the ESP style Clodbuster roll bar. So that's a super cool piece that he just came out with. He has an option for the crossbars that they're pre-milled and drilled to add ram lights if you want to. So I've got a couple of those crossbars in order. Those should be here any day, and then we're gonna get those mounted to some trucks. And he also came out with the Stormer Hobby style Mega Bar. Again, not an exact 100% replica, but another super cool piece for us vintage clods guys that, you know, want to have these cool parts but don't want to, you know, break the bank in terms of trying to find the originals, if you can even find them. I had actually tracked down one of these ESP style ones recently. I paid an arm and leg for it. It has a little bit of rash in it. I got to try to sand it out and polish it. So it's just nice to, you know, have you know, options and not have to spend $1 bazillion and get that vintage look that you want without breaking the bank. So pumped about those new releases. And then I guess lastly, I don't want to keep the video too long. There's just so many things that I could talk about, but I also found this on eBay. So as we know, Jim Shodog had passed away a couple years back now at this point. You know, in a motorcycle accident, super unfortunate. He was a great guy, very, very talented builder, and had an absolutely insane collection. And as you know, you guys know, I was able to obtain some of Jim's, you know, cars and trucks and stuff from his son Brian. This happened to end up on eBay. Originally, Brian was not going to sell this particular car. It was one of his favorites. And then I guess things changed or whatever happened. I'm not really sure. But he ended up selling the car to a guy who I believe was like a former AE team driver or something like that. So a big time associated collector. And I guess for whatever his reasons are, he sold pretty much, I think, the majority of his collection, and it ended up in this eBay store. So when I saw this, I had to jump on it because it looks super awesome along with my Blackfoot that Jim did. The reds are not exactly the same or similar and close enough, and I think my plan is to paint up a Palmer trailer, one of the old vintage Palmer trailers, and this will sit in the back. I'll get one of the little wheelie bars for the back of the Blackfoot, and then put the little Tamiya ball in it like APM Hobbies used to do, and we'll make this like a whole little truck trailer, you know, sand rail buggy combo. So yeah, we'll go over this car more in depth at another point, but it's super rad. Technocraft wheels and all the typical, you know, vintage goodies and stuff that Jim would have in his builds. So super stoked to obtain that. And yeah, so currently I was doing a bunch of airbrushing this morning on the RC4 Drive engine bays for the K series trucks. That's another thing that I ventured into last year. Was I bought basically a whole entire airbrush setup. I bought a nice Iwata brush. I think it's a Revolution maybe. I'd have to double check. I bought I think it's like a no-name compressor. Works fantastic. I got it from Amazon. It's very quiet. I bought a spray booth, paint, everything that you need to get going, you know, holders to hold the parts, and that has been an absolute game changer for me in terms of getting stuff done, because I was always old school, just, you know, tester's model paint and a brush, and it would be very tedious and very time consuming. The airbrush makes very quick work of things, and what's nice is too is, you know, I don't have to go freeze myself off in the garage. I could do that down here with the acrylic paints. There's not a lot of fumes or, you know, things like that, so it's been working out fantastic for me. And then lastly, I had also purchased a Bamboo Labs X1C printer and dove into the 3D print game. I'm not sure if I've talked about that yet, but yeah, I was very intimidated about 3D printing for many of years, and then when I saw just how turnkey this machine was, I purchased that. And actually, one of the first things I started making was I made all of our wedding table numbers with it. So that was pretty cool. That worked out good, saved us some money for the wedding. And now I've just been back to making all kinds of cool RC parts. I had it running this morning. I was making a set of stands because I'm trying to eliminate everything being propped up on you know, old tires and wheels. So I'm actually 3D printing little, you know, stands that I found on like Thingiverse, and those are working out great. So yeah, busy. A lot more to come. I'm gonna try to stay better updated on the channel. I'm gonna try really hard. But if not, Facebook, Instagram, definitely, especially Instagram, put all the content up on there. It's supposed to share what the Facebook usually does. Find it on there. Keep yourself up to date. If you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you want more videos, let me know what you're looking to know about, what you're looking to see, and I'm going to do my best to try to get more content out to you guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.